What's happening, my good people? It's your boy PKG Deluxe back with another vid on how I did. You already know what it is. And if you see right here behind me, you see a Amazon Fire Stick TV, right? All right, so apparently a lot of people have been questioning or wondering exactly how you will be able to watch the fight coming on. So I found a little quick nifty tool, something along the way I want to show you. So here's the way we're gonna do this, all right? Watch me out. So, there are a slew of apps that you have to download in order to use this. But this app right here is called Pro Sports Live. Pro Sports Live allows you to see all sports platforms from football, hockey, basketball, even boxing. So we're going to go into that shortly. The next couple that we have down here are the ones that you have to download. File Link is a separate application that you have to download so that you can go into the back door to start downloading applications like Pro Sports. The other two that you'll have to design or download will be Mouse Toggle for Fire TV. That allows this console, the remote, to be able in order to operate as if it is a mouse. So I'm sorry, I didn't really go into that. And then the third will be Set Orientation Settings. So why is this pivotal? Well, once I pull it up on this, you'll see why those are pivotal. But your orientations are basically giving you a line out of how all of your square images is going to be designed on your TV. So, as I was speaking earlier, this is virtual or Pro Sports. It gives you a slew of different sports applications to watch. And the one that we're circling into today is going to be boxing. So we're going box. All right, cool. All right, we have a couple of updates that came through here that's going to show the fight. Some of which are even on Facebook Live, but we're going to use the one that says Oku 2.
He needs to keep that left hand up. Now that right hand is
and there you have it. Bye, guys.
Welcome
to the PKG Lux channel. Learning new tech stuff every day, baby. PKG Lux is here. PKG Lux is out, baby. Okay, I was trying to figure out exactly what this video was, so I'll do my best to give a good explanation about everything that was going on and taking place during this time, right? So, I've done a lot of jobs with Hello Tech. This was one of those jobs, of course. And apparently, we were dealing with something that was a little bit beyond the norm. So, you have clients breaking Fire Sticks and Amazon and all that good stuff. And it's like, you want to answer that question truthfully and honestly as you can. Because some people may, some people don't. I'm not one of those that tried to master that entire skill. But I do happen to know a few hacks here and there to watch channels if you were looking at watching a few. So it wasn't a big deal. But on this one, he wants me to do an entire jailbreak, which means I have to download Kodi, give him the Kodi application, allow that to back window and work for the entirety of the show so that he can have access for anything that he wants to watch, view, or use in the future. Which, I mean, it's cool. You know, you want to be able to use your TV like it's a TV. The only difference that you'll have between this and the actual TV is just ads. So you have ads that pop up, and they're going to be pretty long, like 30, 45-second long ads. And you have to deal with those if you want to continue to watch anything that you're watching. But this jailbreak or hack that I was working on dealt with sports, fights, or sports fights, golf, anything that you wanted to watch. So anything outside of news, I think he was able to see, view, be able to use, and have access to. It took a minute, probably the entirety of all of 15 minutes to do, 30 minutes tops to do. But it's a headache when you're doing that on top of trying to mount someone's TV as a service. So this is why when you're doing stuff like that, you have to make sure you understand the value of what you're doing. I usually and typically don't try to charge anybody something low for this because of how tedious it is. And if it's gonna be worth my while, I'll just be honest. I'm charging $200 to jailbreak your Fire Stick. That's to make it worth my while, because I'm gonna be there a good minute. Yes, it may be easy to do in faster for you to do on YouTube or something like that. But I really don't want you to ask me. That's the honest truth. And if I am to go over there and do anything that you ask me to do about jailbreaking or doing any type of fire stick, that is going to be my asking price fee. It sounds steep. It sounds pretty high, but I mean, I'm just being honest. The headache of doing it is worse than what you would pay or what you would do if it were cheaper. So I wouldn't recommend doing it for $50 because they're gonna have you jailbreaking probably 4 or 5 different codes, and you're there for 5 hours doing a $50 job. But if you want to make it less efficient time for them and more on what you will actually do, all right, cool. $200 to jailbreak a Cody Fire Stick to come out there and do this entire service for you. It's not hard. It's not incredibly tough. Yes, it takes a couple of downloads, and I will tell you right now, you have to have internet to use that joint. So we've had our ups and downs with this, but I mean, with this guy, he was just trying to get access to everything, wanting the ability to use all of those applications back to back to back, which is why the price right then and there has to be what it is. You're gonna be here possibly for 30 minutes to an hour, maybe even longer, just trying to sit here and do something that he can figure out to do, but is it worth his while? And saying that you'll pay somebody a little bit here and there, $20 ain't really cutting it to do something like this. And I wouldn't accept $20 to do anything like this. So before I even agreed to doing something like this or saying that I'm gonna jailbreak a fire stick, my jailbreak price is going to be at minimum and probably at max as well, $200. Take it, leave it. Per stick. And it has to be. I'm sorry, I know it sucks. You can YouTube the same thing I'm gonna YouTube, but that does not change the price. It has to be that way because now it's more about the time. This can take 30 minutes. This can take 2 hours. Do I want to be here jailbreaking this thing for 2 hours? No. Do I really want to jailbreak it if your internet is slow? No. But just because I want to give the deterrent and also make it feasible for me to be somewhere, that's what we're doing. So in this job today that we're looking at and viewing, that's exactly why I'm over here jailbreaking the same fire stick that you saw me do in 3 minutes in the video here. Why? Because it wasn't complicated and it was the same steps. So now you have probably 2 or 3 different other applications that you could use to use the same thing if you wanted to watch sports. You don't have to go through the entire jailbreak process. I think then you had to use File, Kodi, then Access, then File Link, I think was the third. So you had to download at least 3 or 4 applications before you could even begin using the Fire Stick truly how you wanted to. Was it the best recommended thing to do? It's really up to the user on that one. I don't determine it, I just say what it is. So because I've dealt with so much tech stuff, I just understand quickly and swiftly what is and is not going to be beneficial when it comes to doing stuff. With this one, if I'm going to do it, I'm telling it once again, this is why I did it. $200 for a fire stick, cool, you got me out there. But it sounds insane to even ask that price, but people are willing to pay for it as long as you'll stay out there and do it for them because they don't want to go through the hassle of figuring it out. So that's been like a small hustle that I've seen not only myself do, but a few other people who understand how to jailbreak fire sticks. This is what they do. They do these small little hobby things just to make some extra dollars on the side. But I'll be honest with you, as many people that have fire sticks, Roku TVs, Apple TVs, and any other type of smart device that has access to the internet, more than likely has a backdoor application page that you can use or anybody can use as long as you're willing to download and go through the proper steps to just get your channels up there. It's not impossibly hard, once again, it's just tedious. Whether or not you're willing and committed to do that is all on you. But that's why you have to make it advantageous for yourself. So me and the reasons why I did this job was only because it was $200 extra on what I was making. So it went from, I think the job topped out at $135 because it was a TV mounting, and I believe I had to bring them out, which was cool. You know, you made $135 in one person house at one time. Cool. Now the second part of that job was dealing with what was costing more, and I get cashed out right after, or Zelle, or whatever my other payments are. But so now I leave out of your house after doing something that was more labor intensive to do, because mounting a TV is not easy. That's why it's up there. Setting it up to the internet is probably easier than putting it on the wall, or at least I would say that. So now that we're at a point where we're trying to get internet access to your TV, seeing exactly what shows or videos or things that you want to watch. Cool, you asked me a secondary question that led into a two-part price that we're gonna all get, I guess, done for. So with this one, we're talking about it. We're in it. We're doing what we call a install for a Fire Stick. What does that consist of? I've had any and everyone ask me how to jailbreak Fire Sticks. It depends on what you're trying to watch and how far you're wanting to go, but the only thing I will give people is the option on using file link if they wanted to, and or if you want to watch sports, you can use Dofu Sports or Six Streams TV. One of those two will give you the applications to use and watch and view any type of channels of any sports shows that you want to go within. So if it's baseball season, you can watch Dofu. If it's an MMA fight that you want to watch, or whatever it may be, a boxing match that comes on tonight, you can watch all of those, both of those, at the same way that we're jailbreaking this guy's Fire Stick. And the cool part about it is, I wanted to give him, I wanted to show him both sides. So I showed him one side on where you're able to do everything like this. But on the other side, you're able to literally just go to your phone, take your phone, go to the application itself. So the application is going to be listed as Dofu Sports. Dofu Sports, right there in the corner. And so whenever you're watching, it gives an icon. The icon allows you to share screen whatever you're watching from your phone to the TV. So if there was a game or anything going on, I'm able to not only watch the game from my phone, but then share screen it from my phone to my TV, which makes it wireless to do, easier to manage, and more efficient to have, because I have just my phone to deal with and watching everything that I would typically watch on the phone on a bigger screen. So I mean, it plays a two-part role, but on this one, I mean, we just try to make the best out of it. So what I'm doing now is just finishing up everything, making sure that he's able to watch his channels. I did something dealing with updating his firmware, because I had to delete some applications off of his device so that he could use it. And now he should be able to use all the streaming devices that he had or wanted to use up there. But most importantly, it was just sports for him, so we made it kind of simple. But in this one, you get to see how, I guess, you jailbreak, go through the process, sit there, what you're gonna play with, and also how you get paid for doing it, how much it's really gonna cost, which, I mean, to be honest with you, you getting paid $200 for doing a Fire Stick. I mean, 2 or 3 of those in a day, it's a pretty good day. All right. So I just wanted to drop that little nugget. This is a video that's talking about that. So I just wanted to show you guys how it works. It does take a little minute. It does take some commitment, but I believe in you guys and I know that you can do it. So here we go. We got one job down and a few more to go, but I'm gonna try to start showing you guys exactly how all this works. So you can build your own evidence and make some money out of doing these little side hustles like I do. So I've been able to stay afloat, and I'm gonna do a video next on talking about this being my 3rd year as being an entrepreneur. So I've been consistently working on things, and this is probably the most promising of those years that I've seen so far. So we're gonna come back to it next. I appreciate you guys, love you guys, and thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. This is your boy PKG Deluxe. He is here, and we are out, baby.